What's poppin', my peeps? How's it going? Today on the Monday Challenge, we're gonna be doing some steel wool photography. Let's get it going. Steel wool photography is when you take steel wool and you light it on fire and then you whip it around and you take the photo using the long exposure technique and you get these cool like whippy light streak fire things. It's just wicked super dope. So we're gonna do that tonight with a couple buds, get this going. But let's talk about what we need to do, what we need to prepare for in order to do this. This by no means is a technical definition or technical explanation of long exposure photography. It's a Burke explanation. Long exposure has to do with your shutter speed. If you were to shoot like action sports or just kind of any sports in general, you'd shoot at a higher shutter speed because the shutter is going to open and close really fast and get a nice tack sharp image without any motion blur. On the flip side to that, if we're going to shoot at a slower shutter speed, your shutter is going to stay open longer, so you're going to introduce motion blur into the image. When we're shooting this, one of the most important things is that the camera stays 100% completely still. It does not move a single inch. So we're gonna use this tripod. In order to do this, we need to get a few things. I wrote them down in a notebook. First thing, obviously, steel wool. We're gonna need some whisks to put the steel wool in, and then we're gonna need like a cable or something to tie to the whisk so that we can whip that around. And then obviously we need a lighter to light the steel wool on fire. Okay, I think we should probably get this going and go get that stuff. Whisks acquired, and something I really like about these whisks is they have this little like hoop on the bottom, so we can clip something onto those so that we can whip them around. So I got this dog leash thing that has this clip right here, so I can clip that onto the bottom of the whisks. And then I figured I'd go with some sort of cable or something so that it was less flammable than rope. Got the Quasar set up right here so that we can talk. We got Craig, aka Craggle Rock. Shh.
Underground.
And this is a new friend here. This is Jeff.
What's up, man? Well, I got two channels. I got Rockstar Cinema, and I just started a fresh one. It's just Jeff.Masadi. This is going to be the Jeff.Masadi. This is like my personal stuff. The other one is just client work. So this is just personal, fun stuff.
One thing I don't know if I mentioned earlier is that with long exposure, with like a slower shutter speed, you actually let more light into your sensor. All right, we're going to get set up and get this thing going. I'm gonna use right now I'm using quadruple zero. I think that's like wicked fine. That's what it should say on it, wicked fine.
This is so one of the rules of combustion. Yeah. Oxygen. Yeah.
There you go. Got my jammer in the jam. Alright, so a little bit of a recap here. It was a little bit harder than I had originally anticipated because shooting at night and doing long exposure, it's kind of hard to know if you're completely in focus or if your shot's composed correctly because it's dark out. So having the Quasar there definitely did help out a lot. But I also wanted to challenge myself within this challenge to try different things, you know, try stuff on the 30mm. It really didn't look that great because you don't really get the full effect unless you're on a wider lens. But it was cool to try that out, and maybe in the future I can figure out a way that I can shoot something tighter with a little more shallow depth of field. And then messing around with the depth of field in the image, how long you kept the shutter open, stuff like that. It was a lot of fun to experiment with this challenge. One thing I will say is we almost got in trouble, and we actually left one location and went to another location. So if you guys are gonna do this, just be careful, you know, stay safe. I would recommend doing this with other people and maybe do it in a location that you are 100% sure you can do this in. I honestly went into this not expecting to get a photo because this was my first time doing this, so I wasn't expecting to get anything, but I did get one banger and I'm wicked stoked on it. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button, smash that keyboard, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you aren't already, ring that bell, and stay hungry. Peace! Wow, almost gave me a heart attack.